At the height of its glory, Rome was the beating heart of the ancient world. Its legions conquered Greece, Egypt, Hispania, Gaul, Britannia, and Palestine. The empire stretched across more than 4 million square kilometers, ruling over 50 million people. To any Roman citizen, Rome seemed eternal. The city was the center of power, culture, and wealth. But here's the untold curiosity. One of the greatest empires in history didn't fall because of swords or armies. It fell because of something far more basic: food. Rome's power wasn't just military, it was cultural, political, and technological. Aqueducts carried water across vast distances. Roads connected provinces from the deserts of Egypt to the forests of Germania. Temples and statues spread Roman gods and Roman identity everywhere. Public baths, amphitheaters, and markets made Roman life feel advanced and sophisticated compared to most of the world. But behind this glory was a hidden foundation: enslaved labor. Millions of captives from conquered lands worked in the fields. Half of Rome's enslaved population was tied to agriculture. They produced the grain that fed the empire, the bread that sustained the people, and the food that kept the armies marching. Without them, Rome's prosperity would crumble. And yet, Romans rarely thought about this fragile balance. To them, conquest was endless and victory was guaranteed. By the 2nd century, Rome stopped expanding. No new conquests meant no new captives. And as conquered peoples slowly gained Roman citizenship, they could no longer be enslaved. The result was a silent crisis: less labor, fewer harvests, less food. And less food meant famine. This wasn't immediate, it was gradual, like a tree growing too tall, too heavy, until it could no longer support its own weight. Rome's economy, built on conquest, began to collapse from within. Food shortages triggered inflation, prices skyrocketed. The famous bread and circuses policy, Rome's way of keeping the people entertained and fed, collapsed. Riots broke out, provinces rebelled, and Rome's borders, once guarded by mighty legions, became impossible to defend. The empire weakened. Hungry citizens lost faith. Generals fought each other for power. Violence spread across provinces, and Rome, once the eternal city, began to shrink. But hunger was only the beginning. With fewer resources, Rome struggled to maintain its massive army. Soldiers were poorly paid, often underfed, and loyalty began to fade. Mercenaries from outside the empire were hired, but their allegiance was fragile. Meanwhile, corruption spread through the government. Leaders fought for power, assassinations became common, and stability vanished. The empire was crumbling from the inside. The provinces, once proud to be part of Rome, began to feel abandoned. Roads fell into disrepair, aqueducts stopped flowing, trade routes became dangerous. Local leaders started to act independently, ignoring Rome's authority. The empire was no longer a unified force, but a patchwork of struggling regions. By the year 476, the empire was a shadow of its former self. The last emperor, Romulus Augustus, was deposed by the Germanic king Odoacer. The eternal city had fallen, not only to invaders, but to hunger. And here's the chilling part: the same problem that ended Rome still haunts us today. In the 20th century alone, 70 million people died of famine. During the pandemic in 2020, nearly 800 million went hungry, almost 10% of the planet. The same problem that ended Rome still threatens us 1,600 years later. Science is searching for solutions. Smart farms use sensors to detect fertile soil. Satellites track pests before they destroy crops. New technologies extend the life of food during transport. Scientists even explore new sources of nutrition: algae, cacti, and yes, even insects. Imagine protein bars made from cricket flour, Strange, but potentially life-saving. But hunger isn't just a scientific problem. It's economic, it's political, it's social. Countries export tons of food while people living next to farms starve. Inequality means food exists, but millions can't afford it. Land ownership concentrates in the hands of a few, while many who want to farm have no space. Rome's fall teaches us a timeless lesson. No civilization, no matter how powerful, can survive if it cannot feed its people. Think about it. Rome believed its glory was eternal. Its citizens thought the empire would last forever, yet it collapsed because of something as simple and as devastating as hunger. And today, with nearly 10 billion people expected by 2050, the same challenge remains. Will we learn from Rome's mistakes or repeat them? Rome's story is more than history. It's a warning, a reminder that the strength of any society lies not only in its armies, its monuments, and its wealth, but in its ability to provide for its people. The fall of Rome was not just the end of an empire, it was the beginning of a lesson humanity is still struggling to learn. So, what do you think? Could our modern civilization face the same fate as Rome? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like to support the channel. See ya!